Well, we're so glad you could join us for Super Bowl Sunday. We are almost halfway done in our first game here between Barako Bull and Kia Sorrento. At di maiwan ang laro para magluto ng ulam. Ulalam, instant ulam. Ulalam, instant ulam, instant ulam. Ang instant ulam para sa game na di mo maiwan. Di lang basta ulam. Instant ulam. Lalo na mamaya, pag nagsimula na yung Hinebra at San Miguel, baka ayaw mo nang iwan yung TV set, di ba?
Kaya nga.
Pag ano ka na lang, ilalam ka na lang para dire-diretso na yung inyong panunood ng PBA Super Bowl Sunday. Meantime, here's JC Intal. No go. Good save by Chigo Lanete. RR Garcia for 3. Can't get the bounce. Loose ball foul against Lanete.
So Kia's doing a good job, or has to do a good job with the offensive rebounds. Yun, nakakuha ng offensive rebounds ng Barako. Buti na lang hindi sila nakakonvert.
On the floor for Kia Sorrento, Kyle Pascual, Joshua Webb, Hans Tiele, Alvin Padilla, and Rudy Di Anay Lingana. Paulo Hubalde swipes the ball away. Hubalde will score.
How many times have I seen Paulo Hubalde do that? You know, you want to give a handoff, he will try to beat you to the spot.
And then another swipe, this time by Chico Lanete. I tell you, the experience of this Barako veterans coming to the fore. They're on top 58-47. Biggest lead of the ball game para sa Barako Bull Energy as we enter this much-needed 30-second timeout for Kia Sorrento.
Well, maganda yung nilalaro ng Kia a while back, but here, itong depensa na pinapakita ng guys like Paulo Hubalde is making things happen for Barako.
That fast break brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet featuring Paulo Hubalde. And for more Hubalde, let's go back to Sel.
Sa mga natitirang laro ng Barako Bull, the team is hoping that Paulo Hubalde's familiarity with the players can gel them on the court. Inako naman ni Hubalde ang responsibilidad at sabi niya, he feels that his contributions are appreciated in this team. Kaya naman, ang coaching staff ay umaasa na itahin ni Hubalde ang kanilang depensa. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you very much, Sel.
That's something that they can really work hard on in their last in the league in points against. So giving up around 99, almost 100 points a game. And Paulo Hubalde should definitely lead by example. He has shown it already in that last instance where he stole that basketball.
Here's Hans Tiele to Joshua Webb on the right side. 5.5 remaining in the third period. A very pivotal moment here for Kia Sorrento now that Barako is ahead by 11. Because if you're Barako, this is the perfect takeoff point to pull away. Up by 11, it doesn't seem that Kia, Eric, has any sort of genuine flow.
Well, right now, wala.
Oh.
But yun nga, anytime, you know, Eli Revilla has done it already in the second quarter, wherein, you know, nagsistruggle ng bahagya ang Sorrento in terms of their offense, but Eli Revilla just took over. So that's something that you don't want. You don't want anyone from Kia to spark things up and have that flow of offense going.
10-point game in favor of Barako Bull. Wilson, Penisi for 3. Rattles out. Webb trying to slice through. That was a very tight situation as Hubalde locates Lanete. Open shot. Ball will go out in favor of Kia Sorrento.
The experience of Mick Penisi over Kyle Pascual, getting good position underneath. Buti na lang, lumabas yung ball in that last play.
Tiele. Shot clock reads 12. Linganay against Hubalde. Rudy Linganay to Tiele. And that will be last touch on Hans Tiele.
Execution is the name of the game. Coach Glenn Capascio trying to get in Eli Revilla to to get things going offensively. You know, sometimes, no matter what kind of screen you put up, if you want to go to the post, you have two things in mind. You have to have a better angle on the pass and a good position on the post. That's why execution really plays a major factor in every success of any team.
Benici fires a three again, and it's still a miss. And there's a loose ball foul against, I believe, Dave Marcelo.
Mapapalaban talaga yung rookie na si Kyle Pascual against Benici and Dave Marcelo battling underneath. Matututo na rin manggulang yan. Kasi syempre, lalaki nung...
Ay, matagal nang magulang yan.
Si Kyle. Si Kyle.
Si Kyle.
Syempre, one of the new guys, up-and-coming stars.
Rich Alvarez coming in for Hans Tiele. In a way, it's it's also a nice situation for Kyle because he goes into Kia. He's gonna get a lot of playing time because of his size.
Malaking bagay yun, Miko, because syempre bago ka pa lang in the league. And the minutes will definitely come into play because it will make you realize the things that you really need to polish on, especially here in the big league.
Dehesa. Nice look for Carl Dehesa, his first 2 points today.
And the beauty about that play was he was able to use that two-man game screen, and he took it really deep for a nice 10-foot floater.
Kia Sorrento keeping in step here, down by just 7 points with over 3 minutes remaining in the third. Here comes LA Revilla. Revilla is fouled, and LA has not lost his aggressiveness from the first half.
He's actually very deceptive with his size. Akala mo, hindi masyadong kalaparan ng katawan din, and he will not mix it up underneath. But kanina pa yung second quarter, he's the reason bakit dumidikit dito ang Kia, because he's leading the way offensively.
LA Revilla hoping to duplicate his opening day magic, which allowed Kia to get win number 1. And he's trying his very best to make sure that Kia gets win number 2 today. Right now, Kia trailing by 5 points with under 4 minutes left in the third period. Willie Wilson inside. And that normally happens when Willie Wilson gets position inside.
Yes, but nagmula yun, Miko, because they were able to execute very well. He was about to go to the other end of the floor to swing that offense. Pero yun nga lang, nakita niya yung advantage when they were able to swing that basketball. He was already deep underneath.
Chito Jaime overshoots, and a loose ball foul on Rich Alvarez.
Story of the game, Barako would really try to bounce on every opportunity to muscle Kia under the basket.
2 free throws,
Two free throws here for Mick Benici.
Substitution, real survivors for Kyle Pascual.
Minutes left in the third quarter. And Dehesa will call the play here. Dehesa to Revilla. Shot clock reads 12. To Jaime. A swipe by Paulo Hubalde. And Hubalde will miss, but there's Willie Wilson getting the rebound against 3 white shirts.
He's got that advantage, but credit to Paulo Hubalde for really making things happen to force that turnover.
Jake Pascual missed from top of the key. In this third, Barako, they're out-muscling. They're out-muscling itong Kia Sorrento. We'll take this time out. We'll be back with more third quarter action.